What the hell? Like, it's so hard. I'm not sure. He just wasted 3 hours of his life. Hello my friends, welcome to Art Fashion channel. I'm Daria, the artist who paints on clothes. And in this video I'm gonna react to professional artist painting his denim jacket for the first time. And this is gonna be second video where I react to artists painting their clothes for the first time. In one of my previous videos I reacted to popular art YouTubers painting their clothes for the first time. But this time it's gonna be a professional artist. And by professional, I mean the level of artworks he creates, that he's successful not only on YouTube, he also has a YouTube channel, but mostly for sharing the process of creating his artworks. And actually one of my subscribers asked me to react to his video, and first I was like, he's a professional artist, like I'm sure he didn't make that so many mistakes. Well, he didn't make that so many mistakes as popular art YouTubers, but still there are some things I want to discuss with you. So let's get started. Well, I don't know the name of the artist, I'm sorry, but his YouTube channel name is Kelogsloops. And actually, video which I'm gonna react to is pretty old video. He posted it 1 year ago, but video has near 1 million views. And you know, it's great. Like, I feel that there are so many people who are interested in this art, and there are so many people who haven't discovered my channel yet. I feel it. I know it. Well, let's see how many mistakes professional artists made.
Hello friends, how are we all doing today? So I think I like to dress pretty simple. Plain anything. Plain tees, plain shorts, you name it. But fashion is a form of art, and
yeah, fashion is a form of art, it's true. Fashion is art. The slogan of my channel. You know, actually I would love to see like more professional artists painting on clothes. I understand that probably now it's not so much profitable for them, because like how professional artists earn money. They create original artwork and then they make prints and they sell prints, a lot of prints. And for them to paint on no clothes, like you're able to create like 2, maximum 3 jackets a week. And to earn the same amount of money as artists earn on selling prints, you need to sell these jackets for very high prices, you know. But for now it's not so easy to find such customers, you know, who understand the value of professional art on clothes. Because, you know, hand-painted clothes market hasn't established yet. But I hope that soon this art will become very popular and there will be all kind of customers for such clothes. And then we will see more professional artists painting clothes. And it will be so great.
And I like art, but most of all, I like making art. Which is why today I'm going to be making some art that I can wear. I'm gonna be painting on my denim jacket. I wanted to revisit this idea from an old sketch I did about an unlikely friendship between a fox and a bluebird. Eventually I settled on this concept, which I developed further into this.
He decided to go with animal design, but you know, actually this artist creates such mind-blowing artworks with humans, with girls, and I would love to see, you know, him painting such girl on a denim jacket. Probably he thought that it would be a bit complicated, but yeah, animal designs are great too.
I thought it looked pretty sick, so I ran with the design. I learnt pretty quickly that sketching onto denim is no easy task. Pencil shows up very faintly on denim, and every time I would go to draw on it...
First of all, he uses hard pencil, I guess. It's not so soft pencil. If you want to sketch on a denim, you should use such soft pencil. Or like... Of course, it's hard to sketch on denim. Lines are not so visible. I understand the struggles of these artists because it's not like drawing on paper, no. So the best solution is to create first your design on paper and then use transfer paper to transfer design from paper to a denim jacket. Let me show you. Transfer paper or carbon paper. Don't know the right name of it. Yeah, it's you can find bigger sizes. It's a small size, but you can find bigger size. And then you won't have to struggle, you know, to draw your design on a denim jacket with pencil. You will just transfer your design and that's all.
The fabric would just bunch up and crease. I ended up putting a foam board behind the jacket so the surface would be easy to work on, but still, it was one hell of a struggle. I switched to a fine liner though, which
I understand the struggle, you know, when you paint mostly on paper and then you have to paint on a denim jacket, you're like, what the hell? Like, it's so hard, it's so complicated. But you will get used to it, you know, with the time. The more you practice, the easier for you will be painting on denim jacket. You won't make a big deal out of it, you know, that it's so hard to sketch, it's so hard to paint. You will accept that, yeah, painting on denim is harder than painting on paper, but that is how it is, and yeah, you won't think about it so much. You will feel yourself comfortable, but with time, like paint at least 10 jackets and I promise you that you will feel yourself confident, that everything is under your control.
So I've just finished doing the line work. I think it looks pretty sick, and this is how it looks. So with all the line work done, all I've got to do is paint the jacket, which I'm a bit scared of. I've watched a few.
He says that he feels scared, and I understand his feelings. Ruining the piece of paper is not the same as ruining your denim jacket, you know. So I understand all the beginners who feel scared to paint on clothes. But you know, once you have a very detailed sketch of what you're gonna paint on your clothes, and I recommend to create graphic design for the beginners, when you need just to outline some shapes, to fill in some shapes with color. Once you have such a very clear understanding what you want to paint and such a very detailed design, you shouldn't feel so much scared, because all you need to do is transfer your design from paper to clothes and then fill in some areas, then outline some shapes. But you should also understand that, yeah, it's okay to feel scared. Even a professional artist feels that way.
Well, I've watched a few other YouTube videos where people have painted on denim jackets. Jim Reno, she made a video where she painted on
I know this video, I watched it. And the video of this girl has probably more than 2 million views. And you know the secret why this video got so many views? Because design is very interesting. There's an idea, there is an irony, and yeah, it's very eye-catching. So if you want to get many views on YouTube with painting on clothes videos, you should make something very interesting, some very interesting idea.
And they looked so freaking cool, and she made it look so easy. But I've got no idea what I'm getting myself into. I've never actually tried painting on fabric, so this is going to be a bit of a challenge. But today is no better than any other day to try something new and make shit happen. So let's go. First, let's talk materials. I did some serious scientific research on what I needed to use and what I needed to do. And so I devised a plan.
Research! And it's amazing that he did a research before painting on clothes, because so many people do not make any research. They think that, oh, I have acrylic paint, I can use it. I saw artists on TikTok using acrylic paints, and they don't even try to search for information. But doing a research is a key of your success, and key to find my YouTube channel, where I have a lot of educational videos, how to paint on clothes, which paints to choose, and so on. Yeah, you should do a research which paints to use, because if you use acrylic paints, it's wrong.
First, pick up textile medium and water resistant
pick up
acrylics.
textile medium. You should, if you want to use acrylic paints, you should mix it with with fabric medium.
Second, mix paints using textile medium and acrylics. Third, paint away. And last but not least, have fun. So with this incredibly complex and elaborate strategy, it was paint time. This was definitely the most boring part of the whole process, because all I was doing was just painting a white layer. According to my scientific research, if you paint colours straight onto the denim, the colours don't come up brightly. But if you paint a layer of white first and then the colours, problem solved. But
that is true, when you paint on dark clothes or dark denim, you need to create such white base layer. But my issue is that denim jacket which this artist paints on, not that dark. It's blue denim jacket, but not dark blue denim jacket. So was it necessary to create base layer? I'm not sure.
I quickly realized that all of my effort in creating those linework details was all for, well, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, the outline is the last thing which you need to do. Like the last step. Once you create an artwork, like if you want to outline it, is the last step, the last part of the process.
Hello friends, so I have finished the first layer and this is how it looks.
And I love how it looks. I mean, he didn't use that too much paint, and a lot of artists think that you need to use, you know, the whole can of paint for a base layer, and then the artwork becomes so stiff. But here I see that he used just the right amount of paint for a base layer.
Honestly, this alone took forever. I think I'm starting to regret this decision to do this. I didn't realize it takes this long to do this, just that.
You know, guys, I remember my first t-shirt, which I painted 6 years ago, or even 7. Yeah, I've been painting on clothes for probably 7 years. And I painted such a small graphic design. It was such a small lion, and I spent like half a day, like 6 hours probably, to paint that small lion. But now ask me to paint such small lion, I will paint it in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And all you need is practicing, like in every art. As I said, paint 10 jackets and then you will feel yourself more confident, you will feel yourself more comfortable, and you will start to paint faster, much faster, I promise you.
Hello. Hi.
This happens every single day.
Q, help! What's going on?
It's taking so long! This took like 3 hours!
3 hours? Yeah, it's so much for a base layer. I could create such base layer like in 30 minutes, I guess, but as I said, I practiced for 7 years. But you need just 10 jackets to feel yourself more comfortable, confident, and create such base layer in 30 minutes.
So, gotta stop complaining. Back to work, I'm gonna redo the lines and tidy it up again, and then paint. Let's go. I let the layer of white dry completely before adding in the first layer of colours. I was pretty keen on starting to paint in the colours because I wanted to start seeing.
Yeah, it's right to wait until the base layer gets dry and then apply colors. But as I said, he didn't need base layer. He just wasted 3 hours of his life because this red color which he applies is the same, I have to say, like level or the same tone with denim jacket. And like when you want to create bright light colors on dark denim jacket, yeah, you need base layer. But when you want to create the same tone artwork, the same tone as your denim jacket, you don't need base layer. You could paint with such red color without base layer and it still would come up so vivid and beautiful. Actually, I have a video on my channel, very fun video, where I painted jeans wearing them. And jeans which I painted are probably the same color or maybe even darker than this denim jacket. And I also asked myself, should I create a base layer? And now it's time for painting, and I'm thinking now, should I create a white undercoat and then paint red flowers on jeans, or can I cover up blue jeans with red color and I don't need white undercoat? And I'm deciding to paint without undercoat. I think I don't need this time because color of jeans is not too dark. And then I decided that I don't need base layer, and I was right, I just didn't need it. Flowers came up very beautiful and vivid and bright. So yeah, You know, painting on clothes is such a tricky art because one mistake can cause a lot of problems or can cause a wasted time. Like if you use wrong paints, you will get problems. If you don't wait until base layer gets dry, you will get problems. If you use some wrong technique, you will get problems, or you can waste a lot of time, as this artist did.
Something more than just these white blobs for all of my effort so far. I don't know if it was just me, but I found it quite difficult to do this project. See, I'm just used to working with watercolor and on paper, so painting with such a thick medium like
I understand the struggle because this artist is a watercolor artist, and watercolor art, like, you barely touching a paper with brush and here you need to apply so much pressure to paint on denim jacket. I understand the struggle.
was just hell for me. It just felt so clunky and just, I don't know, weird. At one point I told myself that I had already come this far, may as well just shut up and run with it. I think that mentality switch worked because I stopped caring about how much I hated acrylic and how uncomfortable I felt.
Don't think about it. Like, accept it. Like, yeah, painting on denim is not that easy as painting on paper, but you'll get wearable art in the result. Like, the result worth the effort.
About how much I hated acrylic and how uncomfortable I felt, and I just did it. And in just doing it, I got the hang of it. Pretty soon though, my problems shifted from my discomfort with the medium instead to now the approach of the painting itself. I didn't really have a plan, so I was kind of just winging the painting style. I just wasn't sure whether I wanted something graphic, something abstract, or whether I wanted something with depth and lots of detail or realism. In the end, I went for something more on the simple side with...
Yeah, such more graphic, simple designs are better for the beginners. Don't try to create realistic art when you're a beginner. And then Bert, he applies color which is darker than the color of denim jacket. So for Bert, he also didn't need a base layer.
By the time I was working on the bluebird, I definitely was getting the hang of it. I even figured out how to get this gradient effect going in the feathers. I used a bit of water to dilute and fade out the blue, almost like watercolor.
Yeah, you can use water to dilute your paints, and water is your friend in gloss customization. Some people are afraid to use water. They think probably that water will damage, the quality of paints, but that is not true. Yeah, you can use water to dilute paints, to create gradient effects, or if you feel that it's hard for you to apply paint, that your paint is a bit dry, you can add water. And also, yeah, he said that it's like watercolor art, and I'm sure that this artist would be very surprised if he knew that you can actually create watercolor art on clothes. For example, this t-shirt which I created, the background is in watercolor effect technique when you mix fabric paints with a large amount of water. And yeah, also I'm planning to make a video. I want to create such watercolor art, maybe faces on clothes, and let's see how it will turn out. So yeah, if you're interested, subscribe to my channel.
I don't know if it's just a textile medium, but the acrylic seemed to stay wet for longer, which meant that I could still rework the paint and smooth the transitions. Once I finished the painting part, all that was left to do was to outline with the fabric marker. I know this is kinda cheating taking a shortcut like this, but to be fair, it was just so much easier doing it by markers than by a tiny little brush. Acrylic just isn't the best medium to do line work, okay? It's just not fluid like ink or watercolor.
He said that it's cheating, but it's not. Like, if it's easier, like, why it's cheating? It's not. But you can actually create line work with a brush. All you need is just to dilute your paint a bit. For example, again here, this t-shirt, I made all the line work with a small brush. And actually sometimes I think that brush even better, because lines made with brush have a bit more energy, in my opinion, such a bit more beautiful. But to outline your artwork on a denim jacket, of course, fabric marker is the best option.
finished outcome. Bam! I didn't really know how to show the final details, so I just did a photo shoot with Q Encoder. I'm actually pretty surprised at how cool it turned out. I decided to add this little red stripe detail on the arm, just to tie the overall design of the jacket together.
Here he shows the final result, and of course I love it, it's beautiful. Like, what can you expect from a professional artist? But like, knowing the level of the artworks of this artist, like the level of artworks which he creates on paper, like knowing it, like you understand that he could do more interesting, more complicated design. Like, some artists think that painting on clothes is different from painting on paper, and that you are not able to create complicated designs, and that is not true. Like, you can create the same level of artworks, like the same level, absolutely the same, with the same amount of details, with the same technique. Like, you can create even watercolor designs on clothes, you know. Probably just he thought that it's impossible to create such complicated designs. And yeah, of course it's his first denim jacket, I understand, but yeah, it's possible. Like, all his artworks, all these beautiful, amazing artworks can be painted on the denim jacket. And also, like, many beginners see denim jacket as, you know, this rectangular area on the back side where you need to place some artwork. And yeah, that's all. But you can create more interesting and more complicated designs if you see the denim jacket as the whole piece, with sleeves, with the front side. You can create like whole design, not just artwork on the back side of your jacket. So yeah, guys, painting on clothes is tricky a bit, I understand. But once you learn a technique, like what you should do, how you should do it, learn it one time and then you won't have any problems till the end of your painting on clothes journey. I hope, guys, you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found this useful, and if you did, please smash the like button, support my channel with your like, and I hope to see you next time. Fashion is art. Bye bye.